Trying to save us nearly destroyed my soul. It started with silence. Not the comforting kind, the kind that means safety or understanding, but the heavy, suffocating kind that fills a room with everything left unsaid. I stopped recognizing the way we used to be. The quiet moments felt sharper, colder. I'd sit next to them on the couch, the distance between our bodies somehow wider than the cushions allowed. Their laugh used to feel like home. Now it just startled me. There was no fight. No slammed doors or shouting matches. Just a steady erosion. Little things disappeared. Shared playlists, late-night confessions, casual touches that used to happen without thought. I told myself it was just stress, that we were both overwhelmed. But I was lying. I knew something was breaking. I just didn't want to be the one to say it out loud. I became a version of myself I barely recognized. Agreeable, quiet, careful. I stopped bringing up how lonely I felt, how often I cried in the shower so no one could hear. I stopped asking for reassurance because I didn't want to seem needy. I convinced myself that if I just held on tighter, things would go back to how they were. But the tighter I held, the faster everything slipped through my fingers. I'd wake up each morning rehearsing how to sound normal, how to act like I wasn't drowning. Smiles became muscle memory. My voice lost its weight. I stopped reaching out to friends. I didn't want anyone to see how hollow I'd become. One night, I found myself staring at my reflection for too long. I looked like someone I used to know. Same face, same eyes, but something was missing. There was no spark, no life. Just a tired, quiet shell. That scared me more than anything. I sat on the floor of the bathroom, knees pulled to my chest, and let myself fall apart for the first time in months. No excuses. Just grief. Grief for the relationship that was slipping away. Grief for the version of myself that I had buried trying to keep it alive. The day I left wasn't dramatic. I didn't scream. I didn't beg them to fight for me. I just packed a bag and said I needed space. I don't even know if they were surprised. Maybe they'd been waiting for it too. I stayed with a friend who didn't ask questions. I slept for 13 hours the first night. I ate cereal for dinner and watched movies I'd always loved, but had stopped sharing because they rolled their eyes at my taste. For the first time in a long time, I felt like I could breathe. It's been a few months now. I still think about them sometimes, but it doesn't ache the way it used to. I've started finding little pieces of myself again. Songs that make me feel something. Books I can lose myself in. Walks where I don't have to explain where I'm going or why. There's no anger left. Just sadness. And maybe that's okay. Not everything needs to end with fireworks or closure, wrapped in neat little bows. Sometimes the most honest endings are the ones that just stop. I'm learning that it's not selfish to choose yourself. It's survival. And I'm still here. Still figuring it out. But finally, I'm doing it on my own terms. This was just a short version of the story. If you want to hear the full, detailed version with every raw moment and reflection, check the pinned comment. You'll find the link there.